Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
I don't know if you remember me, but I'm sure. I'm just trying to get. This is at Rockwood Pool.
Yeah, I recall.
Yeah. So I'm looking at. I'm now understanding a little bit more about this product because I'm looking online at all the options that are available. I'm trying to go with kind of the most standard option. I mean, I know that it's a custom purchase order. So I'm just wanting to walk through this if you have a moment to just try to make sure of what I guess I'm figuring out.
I can walk you through the steps of ordering a locking ladder pole, and I can tell you that we're going to use the catalog as our means to work through it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the locking pole brochure, I guess, the ordering information, and it shows you the correct way to order. Like it says, how to order example. It shows quantity, series, suffix, all that. So, I look in here, I put in LP3301. That's the base product without the leather. The DBD suffix is the half height, bolts down. So I'm putting that on there. The material, the door type, I guess, is sliding accurate for being a pocket door?
Not necessarily.
Oh.
Not necessarily. We have to be careful when we use the term pocket. Pocket in a residential application means that door slides into a pocket in a wall. In a commercial setting, that could mean that a swinging door swings into a pocket like you'd see in a hospital.
No, so the first way that you named it is how it is. It goes into a concealed pocket, and it's just a straight movement from right to left, essentially.
Yeah. How wide is the door?
Well, I'm purchasing a 48-inch door. The opening is going to be about 47.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay. I'd call it a sliding door.
Okay. So the next question I guess I have is it asks for the door size in terms of, I guess, the height, but are they talking about the height that is exposed to view? Or are they talking about the total door height?
I would put the nominal. Well, actually, we're doing deadbolt down. Just you can put the actual height of the door. The factory just likes to have lots of information.
Okay. Because there's obviously a portion of it that's going to be up into the ceiling above the level of what would be the header.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You have no bolts going to the header.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'll do that. And then when you say half height, I guess, does that just mean they're going to take, is that just that length is going to vary? They'll look at the door size and make that designation, or?
Well, no. You should define that, how tall you want that half locking ladder pole.
Okay. Okay. And then when they say door clearance, the biggest question I guess I have is I know that the door is going to sit off the ground. I don't know where the dimension is, but I have the dimension somewhere to indicate how high off the ground the door is. But I also know that the finished floor is going to be tile. So do I pretend that, do I take the dimension that it's supposed to be off the finished floor and add the finished floor because I know that the bolt's actually going to go into the concrete?
The dimension clearance is the bottom of the door to the top of the floor, whatever that is.
Right.
Do you know what stripe you're going to use?
I have no idea.
Okay. So
is that just going to be is that just going to receive the bolt that goes into the concrete?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't see it on this I'm looking at the specification stuff and all this stuff, and I don't see it on the deal.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You'll need to define a strike, even if that means there is no strike.
Uh-huh.
But you're going to need to define a strike so that we can really better understand what's happening down at the bottom of the door. Because when that thing is installed, when you throw the key or the thumb turn, you're going to want that bolt to catch. And that's where that's coming from.
Yeah, and so I don't even know what the options are for that, but what I envisioned with what I know about doors, I mean, we have a slab right now that's existing, and we're going to go over the top of that with tile, and that's going to be like a 5/8 tile bed, and essentially from that 5/8 point, I'm going to have the door clearance, which I can't remember if it's like a quarter or what it is, but I just want to make sure that bolt is long enough to make it from the underside of the door to the top of the tile to the bottom of the tile and then into the slab some distance, but I don't know what's an appropriate distance for it to go into the slab. I don't know if it's 2 inches. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you're going to want the bolt to simply rest in a hole drilled through the tile and then a hole drilled into the concrete slab, I would personally I would just you're going to drill a hole through the tile, so I would call the clearance the dimension from the bottom of the door to the top of the tile. And they're going to take that and say, okay, well, we know the bolt has to travel so far down. And that's why they're asking that. They want to make sure that that dimension, along with the throw of the bolt, along with the strike that you're going to select, even if that means no strike, is going to actually work, meaning it will catch. It will engage. So what I would suggest is that you use the 570 strike, the dust-proof strike, and that you drill a hole through the tile into the subfloor, into the slab, and you use that dust-proof strike. And you you specify your clearance as the dimension from the top of the tile to the underside of the door, assuming your bolt is going to be mounted flush to the bottom of the door.
Yeah.
Or your handle, your locking handle.
So that's called, right. So that's called a 570 dustless?
A dust-proof strike, a 570 dust-proof strike. Now, having said that, you should absolutely fire up the product catalog. So, A, you can see that strike, and B, you can see the other strikes, because it may not be the strike you want.
Okay, and where is the catalog itself?
So, on the right side of the page where you've got that list of crap you got to fill out, keep scrolling down about another foot, and there's a bunch of links down there. Like the product catalog is below the map of the United States, and if you get to page somewhere in the back, page 13, or the 13th page, it'll show you different strikes. And you'll see the 570 is really the option to use.
Maybe we're looking at different stuff. I'm on the Asa Abloy door accessories page.
Okay, well, I'm in my website where you'll order it from, or will enter the order from. So, if you pull up their product catalog, I would do that, because they may not give you all the options necessary for you to know before you can order it, where my page, we went over it in exhaustive detail.
So I'm going to type in,
You know what you should do? In the upper right-hand corner, click Live Chat and fire up a chat so I can pass you the link.
Oh, okay, here. I just sent it.
Click there.
Oh.
And click there and go to page 13 of that PDF. It would not be time spent poorly to read that catalog. And I'm not saying you should, because I'll get the answers, you know what I mean, to process the order regardless. But that might give you a greater level of comfort of what you're spending a few $1,000s on.
Oh, here's the dust-proof strike. Okay.
Yeah, you've seen them before, whether or not you realize it. You've seen them.
So you core for that entire sleeve, and then that just drops in.
Yeah, and that faceplate is removable. You could unthread that. And those two little snake eyes in the round part, you'd put a spanner wrench in there.
Oh, I see.
Not a spanner wrench. It's not a spanner wrench. Whatever that.
I think it is a
whatever that
spanner
wrench
wrench,
is
no?
Yeah, who knows? I'm more of a hardware guy than a tool guy.
Oh, I think it's a spanner. So, okay. Okay. So cylinder must be located 34 to 48 above finished floor to meet ADA requirements. Okay. I'll look at this. So, oh, and you can make it single-sided. Okay.
You can, sure. I mean, I'm not sure why you would, unless it was a closet. You know what I mean? You're going to need to get out.
See, the problem is that, man, the guy that spec'd this, man, ay caramba. So,
well, it's not easy. You know, you can be great at what you do, but generally architects and those specifiers, sometimes they're jack of all trades types. You know, not, you know.
yeah. What do you
and they
call?
And they rely on people like us to sort it out for them.
Oh, yes, I agree. So what do you call the one that has the single side of the door? For it to be on the single side of the door, just one side, and it to be half height, and to not have a horizontal component, what do you call that?
Well, there won't ever be a horizontal component.
Okay, because they show a horizontal push-pull bar.
Well, there can be, but in a locking ladder pull, there's not going to be a horizontal. I mean, in your application, there won't be.
Okay, so
I mean, they
call...
definitely have. You know, that's on that page 9 of that catalog. Those L-shaped. You know, if you've got a double acting door, yeah, you know, like a restaurant in the lobby of a hospital. You know, you could have something like that there. But yours isn't going to be one of those. Yours will look more like what's happening on page 12, actually.
On page 12?
Yeah, or the 12th page. I don't see any page numbers on that catalog.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So I want it to be like the 12th page that has the, but just single side, but yes.
Okay, and no trouble about getting out, right?
No, I mean they're gonna figure that out. But the way that it's framed is weird. Like they have it's a mailroom is what it is, and when you approach the mailroom, they have the front wall that's closest to you. They have it held back 5 inches to create a clearance for the pool in the closed position. But the back wall does not have that, so you would essentially blow the pool through the wall if you threw the door in the open position. Like
and no one's ever going to be in there. You know, the mail guy's going to leave and lock it when he leaves.
Correct.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Okay. No, that's fine. So
you're on the right item. We're just going to specify one side only.
Yeah. One side only. I'm going to make it 50 inches, which is typical. I'll show the strike. And then I think other than that, man, I don't think it's, I'll pick the color and all that.
Yeah, it's easy.
So,
I mean, what you're doing, when you start to really digest it, it's like, okay, you're actually doing the easiest one because you don't have to worry about the top of the door.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go through and highlight all the options and that the architect wants, and I'll just shoot it over to you.
Yeah.
And then just do that, just so that we avoid going back and forth anymore, and we can be, because now I understand what you're doing here.
Yeah. I am starting to question whether or not they can do it single-sided, so when I get your email, I'm going to confirm that with them, because I'm wondering, I think they need the inside handle to actually mount a cylinder on the outside. So when I get your email, I'll confirm that right away with them.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, sounds good. I'll shoot this over, and I appreciate your time here. I'll just shoot you over. Like, I'm going to take the catalog and just highlight the options.
Absolutely.
So, all right, man. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.